Hi everyone, welcome back to my video podcast. Today we're going to be doing another book review. I'm so excited. I am so excited for this book review. Again, you're watching Teresa and this is Chats with T. So today we're going to do another book review, and the book we're reviewing is 1,000 Splendid Sun by Khaled Hosseini. Khaled is an Afghanistani American author. He was born in Afghanistan and he moved to France when he was 11, and he's living in the US now. He is best known for 3 books: is 1,000 Splendid Sun, The Kite Runner, and The Mountains Echo. And I'm very excited. If from the way he writes in 1,000 Splendid Sun is how he writes in every other book, I'm very excited. I knew about 1,000 Splendid Sun from Port Harcourt Book Club, so shout out to Port Harcourt Book Club. This was the book they were reviewing on my very first meeting, and wow. You can get this book in Nigeria, in the US, in the UK, and on Playbooks. I am sure of these 4 places. I don't know I don't know about like other places, but I'm very definitely sure you can get it in these 4 places. There you go. Let's talk about the book. So before I read the book, I was in the car with my sister and we were driving to pick up the book from somebody in Port Harcourt Book Club, and we got the book, and my sister was like, oh, she has read a summary of the book and it's a sad book. So I didn't really know what to expect. I read it just for the purpose of so I wouldn't be dumbfounded in Port Harcourt Book Club meeting, basically. But then I actually, when I started reading the book, I was like, okay, what? Sad? It is a sad book. I wouldn't lie to you. It is a very sad book, but for some reason I don't think the word sad is, I don't know, like encompasses what the book really is. I don't think sad is the word. Talking about the writing style of the book, the writing, it was flawless. I love books that I'm just in it, nothing else exists. Like when you pick up the book, it is the book and only the book. You're not thinking about food, you're not, like, nothing. The only time you pause from the book is when you have like a moment, and then you realize you're not in the book. I don't know how to put it. You're reading the book and you, sometimes I feel like I'm right there in the parlor when characters are talking, in the rooms when characters are talking. So when something shocking happens, I'm like snatched back into reality. I don't know how many words to use to say this book was amazing. So let's just go into the plot and what I liked about the book. And the first thing, I think my sister really pointed it out to me, was he showed me Afghanistan in a different way. Afghanistan, when I hear Afghanistan anyway, or growing up, Afghanistan is war. Like, we don't realize that people live in Afghanistan. Like, it showed like stupid things that cities do. You know, when a new movie comes out, you buy the shirts, you know, like Black Panther is so stupid, but everybody's like Wakanda forever, that sort of thing. And that sort of thing happened in Afghanistan in that time. And with Titanic, there were Titanic workers and different things. So it was amazing that Khaled showed us something else than war when it comes to Afghanistan. So let's talk about characters. There are 2 protagonists, Mariam and Lyla, and the book is divided into 4 parts. The first part being Mariam's story, and the second part being Lyla's story. Third and fourth part being Mariam and Lyla's story. Mariam was the daughter of Jalil and Nana. So let's talk about the relationship between Jalil and Nana. Jalil was one of the richest man in his city, and Nana was a maid. They slept together and got Mariam. Obviously, Jalil did not marry Nana. Well, not obviously, he could have, but he was too much of a chicken and he didn't marry Nana. But he built a shed for Nana to live in and live with Maria. Lyla was the daughter of Hakim and Fariba. Lyla lived a totally different life. She was a legitimate daughter. Her dad was a professor and her mom was learned also. Like, do you know what I mean? Her mom was a powerhouse of a woman, personality, everything. And the love story of Hakim and Fariba was that they were cousins, and Fariba would like Hakim, and she basically did the chasing. She even proposed to him. She told him, cousin, when are you going to ask for my hand in marriage finally? And Hakim did. So their story was a love story, and Hakim was training his daughter Lyla to be everything that she wants to be. Mariam, unfortunately, because of her circumstances, being a harami and a woman, she was married off at 15. Jalil, her father, didn't support her. He supported all his other children, but Mariam, he was a coward. He was a chicken. He was a rich man, and he could do so much for his daughter, but he didn't. He could have changed the course of Mariam's life. Jalil was a disappointment of a man and a father. He married Mariam off at 15 to a man that was 45, Rashid. Let's talk about Rashid. I loved Khaled because he didn't tell us what to think about every character. He showed us different sides of a character and allowed you to make a judgment for what this character was, good, evil, or whatever adjective that you wanted to use to describe the character. Rashid was evil. Rashid was evil. Rashid was evil. Rashid was evil. Rashid was an evil, misogynistic man. Everything that is bad with a man, Rashid was. Do you know what I mean? Jalil was a coward and he didn't do good things, but at least he didn't do bad things. Rashid was those confident men. I don't know why you would call them confident, but they believe they are confident and they're evil and they don't do anything good. They just do bad things. They just do bad, no good thing. That's a lie. Rashid was good in circumstances that he wanted to be good, but he did good so he could do bad later. Marriage between Rashid and Mariam was toxic. At first, Rashid was doing, I will take care of you. I would he was not being a loving husband. I don't know if it's possible for a 45-year-old to be a loving husband to a 15-year-old, but he wasn't being a horrible husband at the same time. But Mariam unfortunately had several miscarriages and several misfortunes, and Rashid just did an about turn. Well, it was not an about turn, but I don't know. Rashid became blatantly evil. He was abusive and he beat her, and he was the cause of some of the miscarriages because of the way he treated Ma. Do you know what I mean? If you're beating your pregnant wife and then she miscarried and then you beat her for miscarrying, it's stupidity. But that was Rashid. Rashid was stupid and evil. And then let's introduce Lyla. Mariam was 19 when Lyla was born. So Mariam is 19 years older than Lyla. Lyla came from a different part of different part of Afghanistan. She lived in Kabul. She was born in Kabul. Kabul is like the Lagos of Afghanistan, the Abuja of Afghanistan, I don't know, the London of Afghanistan, the New York and Hollywood of Afghanistan. Whatever your reference is, but Kabul was the capital, the city that was vibing and where everything was happening. Yeah, that type of city. And Lyla was the daughter of Hakim and Fariba, and Khaled showed us a different type of relationship here. The contrast is so clear, comparing Jalil to Hakim, for example, and Nana to Fariba. So Fariba is a confident woman. She actually actively chased Hakim and like proposed to him, if you would like. And Hakim was a geek. He was a professor, so he followed his book. He loved books, and they they raised up Lyla in love. How Mariam and Lyla come together is this, which is the saddest thing ever. Due to the war in Afghanistan, Lyla became orphaned. Rashid, being a good neighbor, rescued Lyla out of that situation and brought her home to take care of her. So Mariam was taking care of Lyla, but Rashid, as we know, is an evil man. So he actually had ulterior motives. What he actually planned was for Lyla to come in to his house, and then he would cut her and marry her as his second wife, and that happened. Now Lyla is 14 years old and comes in Rashid again. He's even older now, and he's looking at a 14-year-old and thinking, well, yes, this is going to be my wife. It is so despicable. I'm like, at that age, and you're seeing what around you, like, couldn't your mind just be centered around like helping people? Shouldn't your mind, like a good Islamic man, don't even get me started with Rashid hypocrisy when it comes to Islam. Like, Rashid was evil. That's all I have to say. He was evil. And you would think that, oh, he's evil just because that is the way he has been taught to be. But no. So Lyla gives birth to 2 children, a girl Aziza and a boy Zamia. And Rashid's relationship with Zamia, it's interesting because we can see that Rashid knows what good is. Now Rashid knows how to treat people right, but he doesn't. He chooses not to treat them right. He chose not to treat Mariam right. He chose not to treat Lyla right. Anyways, in the book we see a lot of relationship. Rashid highlights a lot of relationship. We see parents, Jalil and Nana and Hakim and Fariba, and the contrast wow. The contrast is just very clear. And then we see companionship. We see Mariam and Mullah Fazula. We see Mariam and Mullah Fazula's companionship. We see Mariam's and Lyla's companionship, even like after they have been joined together in tragedy. They were good friends to one another, good sister wives, if you would want. It was such a beautiful book because Khaled just took us towards like 2 different emotions. I like, at every point of the book, I felt everybody's pain. I felt their happiness. I rejoiced when they were rejoicing. I cried when it was time to cry. You know, when a book just takes all your emotions, like that was this book. Khaled did a beautiful job incorporating characters, building up on characters, and it was real. It wasn't oh my god, love conquers all, or oh my god, this, that. Like, bad things were happening to good people and good things were happening to bad people. Anyways, in conclusion, this book was an amazing book. I really tried to not tell the story of the book because I want you to read it. But if I were to rate this book, and I will continuously rate other books that I will review from now, it's going to be a 10 over 10. Writing style, flawless. Relatability, flawless. Like, it brought a reality that I know fragments of, but I don't know everything about, and he made me feel like I could relate, even if I've never seen war. I was not married at 15, nothing, but I could relate. This was a lovely book. Again, you can get 1,000 Splendid Sun in Nigeria, in the UK, in the US, I think Canada also. I'm sure Canada, of course, and on Playbooks. I love this book, and see you guys next time. I feel like, yes, it deserves a 10 under that rank too. Goodbye to sweat.